joins us now to show us more about decorating a rental. I love that you've got tips for us on this because so many of our viewers are living in spaces where they might have to leave at some point.
Right.
Including you.
Right, yeah,
right?
We live in a rental. And, you know, it was the right choice for me when I was moving at the time. We love our home, but you really do want to personalize it and make it your own.
Yes.
The thing is, you have to, you know, make friends with the landlord, and you have to ask permission for every change you make.
Yes.
Whether it's paint, whether it's lighting, whatever, get permission first, and then also recognize that probably you're going to have to switch it all back to the original look when you move on.
Okay.
So take that into account when you're choosing what you want to change about the space, right?
So that means you're going to have to hang on to everything.
You got it.
That you take out.
Yes. So when we did our master bedroom, I swapped out the doors and the lighting. So I have all of the hardware stored together in a plastic bin in the basement.
The whole nine.
Exactly. You know, everything from the doors, because we replaced those. Okay. And I actually reused the hinges from the original doors, so we didn't have to damage the frame at all. So the old doors can just pop back in when we go, because I want to bring the new ones with us.
Oh, that's serious. You want to replace the hinges.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
No,
that's good.
Listen,
that's good.
It's good.
Make it your own.
We did the lighting as well, because as you know, a lot of rental properties don't exactly splurge on the lighting situation.
Yes.
So we swapped these out, both the bedroom and the closet had these.
Right.
For something much more stylish.
We actually have a picture of
We
that.
do.
So you can see. That's really beautiful.
I love it.
So you put that in, you hang on to everything, all of the hardware, put it away in your lovely container, throw it under the bed.
Yeah. And if you're going to do several rooms, you know what? Label the bins for each room, so it's easy to do when you need to swap it back again. And then another tip for rentals, if maybe you're not allowed to paint or you don't want to commit to that if you're only there for a short period of time, layering is really important. Window treatments, I don't think people recognize how much they can really change a space.
Yes.
So we went with custom, which I love. That can be more expensive. So my tip for you for that is, instead of buying one skinny little panel for either side of your window, double up on both sides. And if you can, sew those two panels together. But even if not, it just gives that fuller look that really feels more sophisticated and styled. And the same thing with cushions and blankets and anything that adds pattern to the space. And that's all stuff you can take with you when you go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's just that soft scaping is going to make it yours.
Right.
It's going to feel comfortable. It's going to be great for acoustics. It's worth it to look into layering and beautiful window treatments.
Totally.
Let's talk about the paint situation.
Yes.
So if you cannot paint, but maybe you're looking for something that's going to work for you in your space, but you're going to personalize, what do you do?
Paint the furniture. So yeah, we painted bedside tables. I actually painted the doors, and then I redid the walk-in closet, which I think is, you know, the best part of a space. And I used these IKEA Pax wardrobes. So you can see they come in a white.
Yeah.
And some people say when you're going to paint them, which we did, do it all unassembled. Do it before you build it. But I don't know who has that much space in their home.
That's true.
To do that. So we actually built all the boxes first, built the drawers, and then the boxes were in place. I painted those. The drawers and the shelves, I just set up an assembly line in the living room. I just pushed all the furniture back, put out some drop cloths, and then you just work your way across.
Okay.
But there is a right and a wrong way to do this.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because it's laminate.
Yes.
If you don't prime these bad boys, they are going to scrape like crazy. So here's my tips for this. Prime it all first.
Okay.
With a really good primer.
Yeah.
Then you want to use the right type of paint. So I went with Benjamin Moore Advanced Paint.
Yeah.
It's like kitchen quality. You can paint your cabinets, you can paint anything with that.
Nice.
You want to do several layers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd say 3 is ideal.
Oh, okay.
But honestly, it does not take that long. People are so overwhelmed. Oh my gosh, painting takes forever. It really does not. If you set it all up beforehand, it's really fast.
Like a little conveyor belt.
You got it. And then I like to use this. Now, you can get these at a dollar store. But instead of those large foam rollers, if you use this high density foam roller, they're called, then you get a really smooth finish.
Okay.
Okay, and then let it dry for, we're talking at least a minimum a week if you can, just to let it really cure before you touch it.
Are you talking about every single layer? Let it dry for a week?
The final, sorry, no, the final layer. I wouldn't do that to you.
We'll just be doing this for the next 3 months, kids.
Right.
Get ready.
I know. So this is what it looks like when you've primed it. Like I can run my nail across that and it does not scrape. Do you guys want to see what happens when you don't?
Yes.
And you can already see it because in the car on the way here, it already scraped. Watch this.
Oh. Look at that.
You can write your name on here if you want.
Oh no!
like it's really bad. So priming is essential.
Did you make this mistake, or did you just know not to?
I've made the mistake before.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was a lesson learned a long time ago.
Prime, prime, prime. Make sure you do it. Okay, let's talk about wallpaper, because talk about personalizing a space. I mean, look behind us. This is just the most gorgeous. It has got huge, big impact.
Yep.
But then you're thinking it's a rental. How do I do that?
Right, so you need to find a company that has peel and stick wallpaper options. They're perfect for a rental. This is from a new wall, same with the one that we used as well. It is very easy to apply if you take your time and have a lot of patience.
Okay.
Yeah, so you want to start at the left, and they come to you numbered, so it's kind of foolproof.
Oh, good.
You start at the left and work your way across the wall.
Yeah.
You want to start with a little bit of extra at the top, just to account for aligning the pattern. They may not all be at the same height, so you want to have that extra just in case they start to dip as you go.
Okay.
And then the cool thing about this is that you overlap it by about 2 inches.
You do?
Each panel, yes. And the reason you do that is obviously to line up the pattern, but to create that perfect seam that you want, okay? So actually, I'll do this part first. But while you're applying it, I'll show you over here. You do obviously 1 panel at the time. You do not peel the whole thing at once.
No.
You slowly pull it down as you go, and you start from where it meets the other one, okay?
Yeah.
And then you slowly use your hand to smooth it to the side. And
so you get rid of any bubbles?
You get rid of any bubbles as you go. And by starting where it meets the other one and working your way over, that's the most effective way to do that. And if you get a bubble, you just carefully pull it up.
Start again.
And then you can see how easily it comes off the wall when you tire of it or you have to move or whatever too. So we'll just quickly do that like that.
So you can actually take that with you?
You can well, some you can't. Some are reusable, some are not, but at least you can take it off of the wall and put the house back in its original state before you go.
Totally.
So when you're cutting it where it meets over those 2 inches, the cool thing about that is you use your level about halfway through. It's hard for me to tell on this wall here, so you guys are just gonna have to trust me here. And you take your X-Acto knife and you run it along the level, and then you will be able to, I'll show you, peel it off here. And then you actually lift it and peel the other piece off underneath, and you end up with a perfect seam.
Oh,
there's
so you
no
actually
gap.
have to take that off.
Yeah, you do. Well, you just have to peel it back just a little bit. Let's see if I can do it. I mean, you would not start in the middle. I just don't have a ladder here.
Okay.
Right? But you can see how it is done through here as well.
No, it's actually perfect when you do that.
Yeah, so you just peel that off. When you take back that top layer and peel back the bottom, you just smooth this down, and you get a perfect seam.
That is perfection.